Good afternoon. Thank you for joining the Center's Traffic Safety Program.
Oh, hello, yeah, again, no? But you mean Melissa, the particular partner to join with the safety program, no?
So I'm Lizanne, and I am the Traffic Safety Coordinator at the Center. And today's session is in Karen with Mona Lisa.
Our Tamu and Middle Lisa Mano, the Traffic Safety Coordinator. Do away the Hanine, our pocket there where a bacalo poino color kiki uro vitalo DMV mono.
So thank you for joining us today. So I'm going to share my screen in the presentation.
But I couldn't malan to join with I love our Taumu Pinilla.
Oops, where's my presentation? How about that? Here we are. Okay. So today we are going to talk about permit and license prep and the reopening of the Oneida County Department of Motor Vehicles and other traffic safety services.
The Hanya Mobakateba Kawara Daki Odo Daki over Oneida County at DMV Department Mono.
So these, this is as of June of 2020, what's currently happening in June of 2020. And at this point, it looks like all services are by appointment only, or most services. We'll say most services are by appointment only.
Okay, but so na ke pagdating ya dekhan ilo our appointment ke located in the bahicho appointment mono, but me gelala DMV runi.
So the Oneida County DMV, the Utica and Rome DMV offices reopen on Tuesday, June 16th, 2020.
But Utica and Rome and DMV runi oro ta pe la jodishi huto kito kichi ni lo.
They're only reopening to customers by appointment only.
But me gelala DMV ne our bahicho appointment mono.
Who will be looking to renew licenses, get their permits, or the non-driver IDs.
But me bata kito get a license, but permit or ID ne our bahicho appointment mono.
All other documents can either be mailed to the Utica or the Rome DMV, or there's a lock box, a drop box in both locations inside the DMV in Utica and the DMV in Rome.
Lila bato the Panama, Mimila Utica near Weapele Palo Pair, Dropbox over the Utica Union Station, Penny, Mimila Rome Nego, a pair West Dominant Street Penimana, Pele Palo, Lila Dropbox Putti Vanilla.
So if you're mailing your stuff, you're going to mail it to 321 Main Street, Utica, New York for the Utica DMV.
But maybe fashionably, how the name Utica DMV, how the name our address or penny, according 321 Main Street, Utica, New York, Penimana.
And in Rome, it'll be Rome DMV 301 West Dominic Street, Rome, New York.
Mimila Rome, Mimila Baba Fashala, Lila Mill, the Hodine, because show up here address pair 301 West Dominic Street, Penimana.
So the hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. by appointment only.
DMV Rune Goro Monday to Friday, Quinary or Cotilla Lunary 30 Alcohol, our appointment back or Chunilla.
And if you have questions, you want to make an appointment, call to make an appointment. It's 315-798-5701 in Utica.
Okay, la di top ta fi kwami o me give me bata schedule appointment me ne our pako ba Utica phone no 315-798-5794 mono pene.
5701, right? You got that?
Yes.
Okay. And in Rome, to schedule an appointment, it's 315-356-0546.
Our middle Rome honey kewera 315-356-0546. On the Utica nekewera 315-798-5701. Yeah.
If you have questions, you can call 315-798-5749 in Utica.
Mimila patati kwa mi o ne poko wera phone pair Utica ne pair 315-798-5794 penny.
or 315-336-6790 in Rome.
មីមេលរោមហនឌីនេបកូហ្វីគាត់ទីវេផេ315-336-6790ផេនេះទីវេនេះឡោ
So remember you have to make an appointment. You can't just show up at the DMV. You have to make an appointment, and they're only taking appointments for licenses, permits, and non-driver IDs.
តើបកសិញ្ញានេះមកណតើគឺបល DMV វ៉ានេះបកបាក់កោឈប់ appointment មកណលបកតតប license មេ permit មេ ID មេមកណបកបាក់កោឈប់ appointment.
You must wear a face covering or mask that covers both your nose and your mouth.
តើបកបាក់សួយឡា mask លអកបោរ៉ាបថាខូរបណាឌីមកណ
Must maintain a distance of 6 feet between you and other people.
តើការីបានេះតើការតើកានេះបត់នេះកបអូវរ៉ាហ៊ូពេមកណបត់នេះកបយីឡតាហ៊ូពេ
So, and the center can help.
However, refugee center na matter pati mo no.
For an interpreter, you can call 315-749-7080 to schedule.
But me lo ba weda ta matter lo sig bi hada bako 315-749-7080 penny.
You can call the traffic safety coordinator, me, at the center at 315-738-1083.
Todo kariba bako sig ko tramu listing akewera traffic safety coordinator. Our phone line is 315-738-1083 penny.
You'll have to leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Our naba pati a message mano. Our kiki ko dagina.
I can meet with you remotely on Zoom and provide some guidance.
Tamu kona lo Zoom puti mano di so akete pena lo kaba madi le di le pin no.
You can request to join the center's traffic safety Facebook group.
Dota Kariban in a request lo naka join with our refugee as traffic safety at Facebook group say wenila.
And you can also go to Mohawk Valley Resource Center for Refugees YouTube page or the center. So you might have to search for Mohawk Valley Resource Center for Refugees and then the center for a YouTube channel.
The Kariba palelo YouTube say mono pale huko da refugee center at YouTube lo Mohawk Valley kai pu say mono.
Okay. Okay, so and Gelati's was also closed down for a while during the time when we all had to stay at home, and so they have opened up some. It's changed a little bit, so now to take the 5-hour pre-licensing course, you have to register at www.gelatis.com.
Awe akewera pale kwata mu yinari our class mana awe a change that is program no ko na ke ne ngle kwata mu won nga bale register wala pe ko da www.gelatis.com pede mana.
So there's no more walk-ins. You can't just show up on a Saturday morning and take the course.
Lo Saturday will call the appointment over the pele one of the thing mana ako pale register chopeni mana.
If you have a learner permit, you need to take the 5-hour pre-licensing course before you can take the road test and get a license.
Okay. Our this on the permit me only our ngabale kwara mu me wima mana this on our doste whether road test ke ni mana.
When I last checked, the appointments were filled until August. So if you have your permit, you want to take the pre-licensing course to get your permit, to get your license, I suggest you try to register for that soon. I don't know what the availability will be.
Okay, tamu chewera pe la August stop do well schedule pani appointment mo ako ne demi ba schedule ne awa ka ba kilo la August la lock him ni mo for the pamana.
So your 5-hour pre-licensing certificate is valid for 12 months after you've taken.
Okay, but go 5-hour pre-license certificate kind of aware of the where the chiki lata bumana.
You will need the number, the little red number at the top, and the date that they signed it to register for the road test.
Awan ni bacteria lo certificate pakune no pakune awan nogi go pene mono below wala nogi pene this all paper ledger familiar register where rotas kan below nogi de kane lo kadra palane wa ba sign ba mono.
You'll need to bring the certificate with you and your permit to the road test.
Our paper le dos wala rotas kan ne ba le tora pa permit lo kadra pa certificate pe ni lo.
I suggest you take a picture of your certificate when you get it at Gelati's.
This on the mail le kwada mu mi wi ni mini certificate ne with asu awe do khata ho mono no fo buni.
That way, if for some reason you misplace it or you lose it, you can show it to Gelati's and they can hopefully get you a replacement one.
But the thing mo our pele kwada mu lo de papa pelikin ko lo ma fi mo ko ne pe me do khata go do pelikin ne pya lo okay our patho ta ma lo khai wi ni ne but the our ke replace ni ma fi mo no.
There may be a charge for a replacement. I don't know.
But the apui go mo no.
Okay, to schedule your road test, you could schedule with Gelati's when you get your 5-hour course certificate complete. Sometimes they schedule for people and there's usually a fee.
Okay, this top le kwada mu me wi ni our pe me ba schedule with up a road test but ran no ka where ta do se ni our ne le na ma with this schedule na fi mo no Gelati's penny. But na ke apui go mo no.
You can schedule yourself at the DMV, dmv.ny.gov, schedule road test.
Min me ba ha ne ka schedule fe ne le pe dmv.ny.gov can schedule ni. I want to schedule an sa fi mo no.
If you have concerns or difficulty, please call me at the Center's Traffic Safety Program, 315-738-1083.
Tadi ko mi odi mi ada pekop tamu le same thing mana pene awe afono you know pet 315-738-1083 pene mana.
And leave a message. We're still working remotely as of the recording of this video.
We ta su mana pet mi ko tamu ne pek pate ka message so tamu de ki ko ida ke pa mana.
So I will get back to you.
Me tamu ki ko ida ke pa.
So here's the thing, you must pass the road test to get your driver license.
Dito pag ne wala pa driver license ko ne chogata ne pag ba plo wala pa ta do se road test mana.
Like to drive alone without a supervising driver, you have to get your driver license.
Awe dito pa no ka ga fi awe ne ka plo ne ka ne license ko ne awe ne ka ba do se plo mana chogata ne.
And as of June 16th, the road tests are not currently being scheduled. I've tried since then as well, and it's still they're not having road tests yet.
Pe la July chi hu ta ki to ki chi pamune road test la pag schedule what it all of ba.
So I suggest you continue to check back, and at one point when you're checking in, you'll be able to schedule a road test.
Okay, so tamu ma pa check wa website ma ma no di to awa ke ki or da fa si le wa schedule ni si le ma.
Okay. So due to the COVID-19 coronavirus and this pandemic, there's new procedures that have been put in place in a lot of places.
Ta drop dollar pag ba lu po thwe ma no kho lo COVID ta sa hu ni ma no.
The biggest one is the wearing of a mask when you're out in public.
Adog ta kha de pag ba so wa mask ma no.
So wear a mask or a face covering and stay 6 feet away from other people.
With us pag so wa mask ta ka ri ba ni ta ga ba ne pag o wa hu pe ba ma no.
When you go to your appointments.
Pepele la appointment ka me ge.
If in your car, if you have passengers, wear a mask.
Pepe do ka do polo pa ka.
In stores.
Pepele la sai po ka.
At work. Follow your employer's guidelines.
Okay, pele mara ma ka do pag ba po thwe da pa guidelines la ta ma lo mo no.
In your home, if you're sick, you've been exposed to COVID-19.
Do len me o hi ni choke do ne me ba COVID kana with us pag so wa mask ma no.
Just being out in public, you should have one on.
Le pe mi ha ta thwe ne pag ba so wa mask no.
Cancel and reschedule your appointments to the DMV and road tests and stay home and talk with your doctor and or talk with your doctor if
Okay, our kini our pagba cancel wala min mi hada babba ki reschedule pagi ma ki appointment la for our gaba over he do the kari ba doctor mi ko pani
you're sick,
pa mi choki ni mana
you don't feel well, you feel like you're getting sick,
na tu ba de mu ba na tu ba na choki ka
you have a fever, cough, sneezing, difficulty breathing, flu-like symptoms.
our tako mi o na mi ko do na ke che the kari ba ni na ka sa de pa ba do our di so ta ba de mu ata pa no pa mi o ni mana
You've been diagnosed with COVID-19
and mi fi ala na ba wala COVID-19
and or your doctor or the hospital or a public health official has told you to stay home to isolate.
These are the doctor me these are all the public our health officials meeting ala ba o hi ni mana with us to cancel the reschedule appointment mana
Cancel and reschedule your appointments for the DMV and road tests if you've been exposed to COVID-19.
with us to mana pa meeting ala pa our pa ba wala covid the kari ba no pa o ba pa le pa ki ba la pa la ba la covid ni with us to cancel the reschedule appointment.
That means if someone you've been in contact with has COVID-19.
Me pa la pa le hu ba hu our say o the covid na.
If the health department contact tracer lets you know you've been exposed to COVID-19.
Okay, wala pa health department ni contact tracer me ko na fo meeting ala pa la ne le ki pima ba apuni awe ba covid ni mana.
If the health department, hospital, your doctor has told you to stay home, to quarantine.
Do the kariba na health department me na doctor ne meeting ala awan ga ba o hi do na ba quarantine with us mana. Okay, cancel the our market appointment la fo.
So COVID-19 emergency warning signs, monitor your symptoms.
Our COVID-19 tap no pa mana ki ni ake pa ga ba kwala da pa tap no ne para da para mana.
Common symptoms are fever and a cough.
Tap no la nyo ni ne ke wa di to la ta ko do awe ta ko a mana.
Emergency warning signs include trouble breathing,
Awe tap no la awe tu la tap no ha de ke wa di so la pa ka sa pa ba.
pain or pressure in your chest that doesn't go away,
Pa sa na pa cha
experience confusion or trouble waking up,
di so pa mi pa ta ba lo ba cha ba mana.
bluish lips or a face.
Do the kariba di so pa plu tho la mi ge me sa tho la mi ge.
So call for medical attention immediately if you have any of those emergency warning signs.
With us to go with our medical, our doctor, Megi, our health department, Megi, Mono, Mono.
This list is not all inclusive.
Our top not a pioneer, our the Paco Kelly, the man, power the law.
Please consult your medical provider for any other symptoms that are severe or concerning as well.
With us, Mono, go with a medical provider, we have a doctor, they our top not up to the money with us to go take the mono.
Do not report to your road test if you've been directed to quarantine, isolate, self-monitor at home for COVID-19 by any doctor, hospital, or health agency.
Okay, with us, but through the road test a lot again, our permission about quarantine, but all COVID or COVID.
If you've been diagnosed with or have had close contact with anyone diagnosed with COVID-19.
Pain at the way here. But me or COVID me permit like about COVID me with us, our particular road test a lot again.
Or have flu-like symptoms. Or symptoms of coronavirus.
Before our tapanola, our tabat moving me a COVID at tapanomic mana.
So, for the safety of everyone at the road test sites, all customers and accompanying drivers must wear face coverings, masks, and maintain 6 feet distant from other customers and staff whenever possible.
Okay, peppermint road test kind of mana, pa le do sector me pa le property me with us mana apagaba forward and mask.
Face coverings include cloth, like homemade sewn like mine, a quick cut type face covering, a bandana, something that covers both your mouth and your nose, and surgical masks, N95 respirators or face shields.
When maximum pagaba for ne pa so mu mana di for max ne ora di for pa cha cha me me we hardin again N95 when the mu in surgical mask after we mu mana.
Customers will also need to disinfect the passenger side of the vehicle with disinfectant wipes upon arrival.
Where pepper le do se kind of mana pagaba ma plora pa passenger seat takapane pagaba ma plora do ta kariba ne pagaba kha plora di sopta ma sita kha mana di sopta shatu kulo pala agara god.
So you're going to want to wipe that down, wipe the handles, the door handles, and the seat down so that when the examiner gets in the car with you, they too are feeling safe.
Di for where tam ma plota kha di for apa le puine pakola wipes jene mana awe na ma plowe di for luna ka awe petrol me ge ta chino lo me ge na ma plo mana.
Customers taking the road test will have the temperature taken and will be screened for symptoms of COVID-19 and any known contacts with positive COVID-19 patients prior to beginning the test.
Our peppermint le road test chuchutan ne baga mamdi le ne our baga tuba ta ko mana ado da kariba ne baga sikwa ti do wa ne ba covid a me ha ni ne pelle be ke pi la do para ga lo covid ani no.
So road tests will be rescheduled if a customer has a fever, which means a temperature of over 100 degrees or higher.
Our road test ni mana ta ke reschedule ki ne pa di for ta ko me o ta ke ya do super ko ni mana.
Is exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19 or has recent close contact with anyone who is positive test for COVID-19.
Do da kariba di for la pa ta pa no la covid at ta me pa do but me finya la di for pa le be ke pi ma la pa da ga la me lo covid ni ma awa pa ko ma pe ke la pa ta hi mana.
So like, don't go. If you have take your temperature. If you have a fever or any of those things are happening, don't put anybody else at risk. Just, stay home and call your doctor.
With us mana me chokin it the le awa ta do se la lo ba mana o le hi do ma so pa ga di for la pa ta ma ara ta su da sar gi mana.
And cancel your road test.
With us we cancel the road test for the be ki ma ila for mana.
So since April 15th, 2020, the governor of New York State has, it's a must that people wear masks or face covering in public or when you're near other people.
Sa top at like April this year for Chi ne awe the New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo a hela ta kulula papua de ne awe mi harota claiming me opula pa me na the ba for with mask mana.
So with all that being said, all the masks and COVID-19 information, it's still not a terrible time. It's still a good time for you to prepare to get your permit and or license.
No, okay, but they are ba hello COVID up no me di ta drop $1 ba lu po them really mana okay ne pagle pakete ba hello sola na kan new analyze go mana.
If you're stuck at home, you can still study.
Me over here ne ke ne awe a keta sa to ri de khali so na ka phawada ta do se mana.
Right? Why not? So one of the things you're going to have to do when you go to take your permit is you'll have to have your proper documents.
Okay, to này đi phải là tôi khởi là when ni lai se mà này to này cái này cái ba lệ tổ đó li lệ pa mà nó là cái to premier go.
So please, if you're a refugee or immigrant, come see me. I can help you figure out your documents.
Nên cái đó cái phụ mấy cái immigrants mấy cái này visa tu mà nó mà mình tự figure mà này phải là phải mua order mà cho pass mà nó li lệ pa mình là cái ba to này nó.
Depending on how long you've been here, if you're a refugee, you may need a certain document from the center in order to get your ID permit or license.
Nên mấy cái là refugee họ đi này này open này gì xí đi vào lúc vào đó document là refugee center mà nó là đi vào cái hình ID mấy cái schedule này cái mà nó.
Okay, so there are 3 steps. First, you need to pass a written test.
Clear the bottle of beginning license mà nó to này cái đó cái bắt đầu sẽ phụ đó có là written permit test này đi vào là ta đầu sẽ mà nó.
So that'll give you your learner permit. Then you have to take, sorry. Then you have to take your 5-hour pre-licensing course.
Khi tập to này cái bắt lại qua rằng mua yenari class mà nó.
And then you have to pass the road test.
Tập họ đi này cái bắt phụ đó bắt lại đó sẽ road test này nó.
In between there, there's a lot of practicing that you need to do.
Bắt lại qua đó movie đó bên nó local này penny bên lúc vào đó sẽ tập phá nhau penny.
With a supervising licensed driver after you get your permit.
Đó bên ní permit mấy vị này bên lúc vào cái là all license là cái mà lúc vào cả.
So we can support you. The Center's Traffic Safety Program can support you and provide interpretation if needed.
The center now, là traffic safety program này mà cho phát là đi vào là mà lo tan nó cái mấy cái cái đi đi vào bên lo bác sinh cái này mà cho phát mà nó.
Currently, we can have a meeting on Zoom, and I can show you where different resources are that you can take advantage of.
From mà cho phát là Zoom puti mà cái cái này mà cho phát bác lẹ đi nè bây giờ tiếp theo phát mà nó.
I work with people to help set a strategy and to work through their next steps.
From mà cho đi vào là bác man lo khi đập toàn để bác lẹ mà đi là mà cho phát cái
Maybe they need a study buddy. They need somebody to work with, or somebody, a licensed driver over 21 who can help them.
Đi vào let's say bên mình lo vào ta mà cho đi vào bác phá vậy là ta sẽ lý mấy cái bác lo vào cái là cái mà lo vào nó cái mấy cái này có vậy là from đó ta mà cho bác khi ta mà cho phim mà.
Study materials for permit and license are available in Arabic, Burmese, Quran, Nepali, Spanish, Swahili, and Russian.
Ta speak qua permit the mà nó là bây giờ có mấy cái bao nhiêu có mấy cái đó cái lừa có những mà nó là cái mà cho này.
So to schedule a permit test in interpreters, we can also schedule permit tests with interpreters for taking the test.
Bây giờ đó sẽ permit test này à đi vào permit lúc vào cái bên này và khi ta mà cho là phải mua mà nó.
We're still working through details with this new reopening policy with the DMV on how that will all work, but I can certainly guide you a little bit and we can figure it out.
Khi mình là COVID hồi đưa mà ta drop đồ để phải mà nó đi tập mà đi này bác sĩ mà cái ra mới cái class mà cái đó là nó.
Okay, so to prepare for the learner permit test, you'll likely need some study materials.
Okay. Learner permit test.
Set a study strategy.
Pagaba dose ogone pagaba palile do di top dose ogone pagaba palile dile mano.
Take practice tests.
Practice what lita fikwa pa mano.
You can visit the center's YouTube page.
No the kariba pele kwa the center YouTube page day.
The traffic safety Facebook group, the center's traffic safety Facebook group.
The kariba pele lokwa pair our traffic safety our Facebook group they was the
You say you can ask to be a member and I'll let you in.
The request whether nga ba join whether our Facebook group chomano.
You can schedule an interpreter, an appointment with the DMV, and pass the test.
When the schedule this on my permit a pro one, I will test woman. Middle of the schedule appointment the interpreter theme.
If you don't need an interpreter, then you can go with that one, but you still will need an appointment.
The middle of our interpreter about how to name the exactly.
Don't forget your mask.
But some like in the middle of with us on a mark so with a max mana.
All right. So as long as, so you need to make sure that you're able to identify the difference between an ID, a permit, an ID, a learner permit, and a driver's license. And the way you do that is you need to know the words in English which appear under New York State.
Okay, but the best thing I would have not a learner permit the ID you and a quality lane upon it. This is thing I want to power that well learner permit about Bamana.
And we're mostly talking about people who are over 21-year-old. They're not on a junior license at this point. There are different rules for kids who have a junior license, but I'm not going to go through that today.
I'm going to back out the middle part of kitchen is super lava not they were back a low part kitchen or super license of learner permit.
So, you know, call me and schedule an appointment with me after you pass the permit test so we can make sure you're taking the appropriate next steps.
This on the mini permit we loaded with us someone on the Kotramu, what did it talk about my dealer about our not a ton about Kadilan our Tramu Matapafimano?
And when you're practicing, make sure you're driving with a licensed driver over 21.
Peppermint no look at with us someone up, while no look at an ecstatic about where I kiss it to need or super cool.
And that when you're practicing, you got your mask on.
The other Caribbean about where is it called a max law?
Because you're closer than 6 feet, right? In the car. You're in close space in the car, so you should wear your mask.
Oh, okay. Me on the cabo holiday, I wear up 6 feet at Buloma to open with us about where the about the max mana.
When in doubt, wear your mask.
When the medicine of Paragata shower with us one, look up with a mask.
So with a learner permit, you can only drive with a supervised licensed driver over 21.
Our pen power learner permit a circuitone, our Palak Nolonaka or Palan Noka Fi Kania Park about all the Nadaga or Paragane, about all the kitchen or Supapumana.
In practice.
The Pagaba Malone, Tanon Loka.
And take the 5-hour pre-licensing. The second step is taking the 5-hour pre-licensing course.
Our keep the class.
You used to be able to walk in. You cannot walk in anymore. You have to schedule online here at gelatis.com, and I believe it's a $60 fee.
Lanya kanimo po appointment over naki pele kwara musimano basa naki kine pagabale our register cho we ba our pele towera a plastic mano the kariba ne apu ora $50.
When you go, wear a mask.
Don the millanin but forward a mask
They seem to have a variety of locations and times, and you'll have to pick one that's suitable for you when you register.
Our pandemic register kind of mono nari talotakle pellet about nalene away not talotakle pa.
If you need help registering, let me know.
Our ditol in the middle of the matalon register our devaframu mono.
And let me know when you pass your 5-hour course. After you take the 5-hour pre-licensing course, you still have your learner permit.
Our pen the middle say without for our Nelequada Muyanari Miwi ne when the Nila say the ban no order permitted or not.
Means you have to drive with a supervised licensed driver. You have to be with somebody who has their license and they're over 21.
Aku ni pen kuada movie do ni certificate li pasal nak ke pen no ka khane kwa te ga la license o do kichini su pakko ba ulana.
So again, make sure you know which one of these you have. So if you have a learner permit, you have to drive with somebody. If you don't have an ID, you should not be driving at all. And you can tell that by those words right there.
Aku ni mana pen ya apa tal khai nak ke learner permit mana aku ni pakko ba finya ke idea learner permit mana.
So keep practicing.
Aku ni awa pakko ba cholo dal tan no ka.
And then, so then the third thing to getting your license is passing the road test. So when you go to take the 5-hour course at Gelati's, I believe it's a $15 fee. They will schedule you for the road test right there.
Awa Allah kita da puto hade pakko ba do se wada road test mana. Awa ni make schedule wa ni pepela kwada mukha ni pa ma awa face schedule ni pakko se basa na ke aku ni ko wada $10 pani mana.
So, or you can go online to dmv.ny.gov, schedule road test, and there's no charge, or I will try to help you. The center will try to help you with scheduling.
Me ba hadi ni nilala dmv.ny.gov ni awa nagda schedule nagda wa se me no wata matza ni awa nilala refugee center matza na se mana.
And then don't forget your permit and your 5-hour course certificate with you when you go to the road test.
With us, mana peppermint does a road test kind of let over that permit the 5 hours course certificate kibilo mana.
You must go to the road test with a licensed driver over 21.
Okay, peppermint does a whether our road test and not gas of the ne, while the popiki and about the license of an about over kitchen need of super common.
If you do not pass, you have to reschedule and take it again, and take it as many times as it takes to get your license.
Okay, so the does that the middle pro ne, our the game magda primera for or the game does a blah to learn the pro theme.
If you've taken the road test 2 times, the next time you register to schedule for another road test, you'll probably have to pay $10.
Oh, okay. Awe don't let us keep me and schedule. Keep on me the pro and make it schedule a lot of money, but it's in the here we back the $2 penny mana.
So it's a good idea to be really prepared for it and try to pass it first time.
Aku ni mana awe but this of the heba arati one awe peppermint let the dollar keep one with us book of practice about the minute does and the book of tola the look here arati lo mana.
So if you do not pass, you still have your permit and you must continue to drive accompanied by a licensed driver over 21.
Okay, peppermint does the kind of a middle pro one awe but the name like say about when a pogola permit or when a peppermint no kind of paragala all about the pane about all the license or about what kitchen or super conelo.
So some people, well, everybody, when you complete your road test, you're going to get a little slip of paper. It almost looks like a grocery store receipt.
Okay. Na mile do se me to kan mo no ba kena di so weda loga di so pe mile pu ya no pe ni weda receipt ya no ke weda kan mo no.
It'll either say you passed or failed.
Awa ke te weda pe liki kan pa ku na ke te pa la di so mine pu an mine lot there.
And if it's passed, it's probably pretty short. If it failed, it's probably pretty long.
Okay. When the me pu ha de pa se ne na liki ni ko pu lo mo no. Di so ni mile lot te ha de ma da ni liki ni te we. Pa se ke thought je pu mo no.
So don't lose that.
With us ma la ma de mo no. Liki di.
The past receipt combined with if you pass, the past receipt combined with your license or your permit will work as your license until you get your license in the mail.
Awa di so la ni me pu ha de ni with us ma la ma receipt be ni mo no ko ni ba fu di so ke weda na license mo no.
Okay. If you failed, so that you can use that to learn from. you can see the things that you didn't do correctly, that you have to change your way of doing things.
มื่อก่อนเนี่ยเป็นเนี่ยเอาไว้ลีแล้วนี่ไม่รอแต่เนี่ยกับทอมเนี่ยบ้านนึกคุยเลยเนี่ยเอาไว้นี่ไม่รอแต่เนี่ยเอาไว้กี่ที่น่ะอาริซามอนบ้านนึกคุยเลยเนี่ยรอแต่เลยเนี่ยคุยเนี่ยเอาไว้เนี่ยผ่าเลยเดี๋ยวเป็นเนี่ยเราเนี่ยฟินเรากินจากมาแล้วมาลูอะไรกี่เวลาฟิมันเนาะ
Right. So, and that just keeps everybody safer. It keeps you and your children and the community and everybody who's on the road. You want to be a safe driver. So if we're able, and you can show it to me, you can take a picture of it too, but show it to me and we can look at the things that maybe you need to improve on.
เอาไว้นี่ไม่ดอกเซนไม่รอแต่ให้เนี่ยวิธีจะเอาไว้มาลูอะไรกี่ได้เราไปรอแต่พาดเราการบ้านเนี่ยเอาไว้ไปดูได้ว่าเราได้ไปเชิญตามมือโอ้ดอกเอาไว้เดี๋ยวว่าสิ่งมันที่เราไปเกี่ยวกับกี่ป่านอกจากเราอยู่กันเรามาเจอกับ community สิ่งมันเนาะ
Okay. So I look forward to seeing you, and thank you all so much for joining the Center's Traffic Safety Program, DMV Reopening Permit Prep Program in Karen.
Okay, pertama saya kuno mama nala awe the driver up program the kai or the kariban awe o kawara la bakiti lo ta la met ko back take clear on it.
And thank you, Mona Lisa,
You're welcome.
for joining us today. Nice to see you. All right, so hold on.